Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 8 of an Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road walkthrough. When we left off in the previous episode, we were talking to this Indrik right here. It's a, what do you call these things? These things have a name.
Seek the fawn and the hunter in a southern Auridon cavern.
They're the creatures that teach you about scribing. I can't remember what they're called, but this is the first one. And we were almost finished with this quest, but we still have one more thing to do to finish it. We have to track the blessed Indrik, which is in Auridon. And I think once I finish that, once we finish that, we're gonna go do more of the main story. But eventually, I'm gonna have to just push through and get all of these scribing quests done all at once, because there's a mount that you can get if you finish before the end of the month, I believe. I'm actually going to go check. Yeah, it's before July 1st. So by the end of the month, I've got to finish all of these scribing quests. Which means we may end up with several episodes in a row doing scribing quests. But for now, I'm just going to finish this one, and I'm going to go back and do the second zone story quest. What was this? Oh, a bunch of stuff I had auctioned didn't sell. That sucks. I wonder where there's the stables right there. I'm going to stop there and... Well, I've got my speed maxed out. I don't know why I'm worried about it.
Keep your eyes open for a good tea shop. Always happy to try a new blend.
I think maybe I don't have carrying capacity maxed out. Oh, here we go. It's glitching out again. Where's the stable master?
Welcome, friend. Don't believe my sister over at Skywatch.
I don't care about your sister over at Skywatch. I just want to increase my carrying capacity. Alright, now let's see where we've got to go. So... this delve nearby, Dell's Claim. Oh, there was a portal to Dell's Claim. I didn't realize there was a portal going straight there. I could have just gone through the portal instead of doing all this other stuff.
Stop pawing at me and listen. You have to send someone before it's too late.
Okay, this is different.
Sell it!
Come on! Oh, I'm still in combat. Okay.
For the Veiled Queen!
I really do not understand what I'm supposed to be doing here. I mean, I guess I need to go here. Normally you would go to these things. Okay, so now I'm making progress. Okay, so there's a portal. I've got to go through the portal. Now I'm in Zulthuxis. I can't remember what zone Zulthuxis is in. I mean, it looks like Murkmire, but it's probably... What is the name of the place that the Argonians are at that's in the core game? Shadowfen. It's probably in Shadowfen. Yeah, probably. Okay, there's the Indrik. So we're gonna go through here. And she's still going. Now, this is always the annoying part, is trying to figure out where the next place... Oh, there she is. Okay, I still don't see a place. Oh, here it is. I didn't expect the two of them to be this far apart. Durini Acropolis.
Come now, little fawn. You cannot run forever.
I'm pretty sure this is part of Somerset here. Kind of surprised it's sending us through areas from chapters.
Reverse that impediment.
mean, what happens if you don't own these chapters? Can you still go through it anyway?
No quarry can escape me. Hounds after it. Sick 'em.
I really thought I would. Well, maybe I could still do it. All right.
I see you take my soul. A fascinating encounter.
Just as I said, my power overwhelms the fawn. A ward of that power now binds it. Dispel the ward.
Okay. How do I do that? Oh.
You are free, little one. Free to... What? Ah, of course. You may return with us if you wish. I will see both of you in my domain then. I will grant my promised power to the one that sought it, and offer safe harbor to the one that did not.
Okay. All right, let's talk.
The fawn is safe. My strength returned. And you have had a moment, I hope, to reflect on power and its wise application.
What happens now?
Now, as with Ulfsil before you, I offer you the sigil of the Indrik. You will take it to the altar and imbue my strength within. The power I pass to you will infuse every drop of ink, every sheet of parchment, each whorl and dot upon the page.
Great, let's do it. What does that mean for my scribing?
Until now, your mastery of the art was limited. With my support, your horizon expands. So too, the vision of your allies. I will ensure their efforts to explore and chronicle the contents of the Scholarium meet with success.
Nalia has returned from the Mages Guild?
Your knight has returned, with allies at her side. But that can wait. Mortal, fable-bearer, friend, accept my gift to you. The power of a luminary of magic.
I accept this gift, Indrik.
You have completed my trials. You have shown wisdom in the use of your power. Take my sigil. Join its essence with the altar. And let the ink flow once again.
Alright, let's do it. A sigil representing the Indrik's commitment to the Scholarium and the altar. I thought something cool was going to happen right there, but apparently I have to go to the altar.
You don't see that every day. Nalia's going to want to hear about this.
Good to see you again. You'll find her over in the East Wing with our newest arrival. Quite the adventure we're on together, eh? I hear Nalia's conversation with Archmage Galarian went surprisingly well. Don't take my word for it, though. She'll have much to say on the matter, I'm sure.
I haven't talked to her in a long time. Why are you... I haven't talked to you in a long time either. Why are you showing up now?
Not the first time Nalia's gotten herself in over her head. I suppose that's why I'm here. To help keep her head above water.
You're not doing anything. You're not helping.
There you are. I wanted to introduce you. This is Chronicler Ferrandil.
Good to meet you. Nolia and I have been touring the library, and I've already found, well, some terribly surprising things.
Ferrandil is
Chronicler Ferrandil, at your...
the guild has to offer. You two talk a moment, and then we can discuss what comes next.
Okay, I was trying to talk to him until you interrupted me.
Chronicler Ferrandil, at your service. Chronicler of tomes, scrolls, scripts, and otherworldly delights. I'm glad that I was able to make the trip. I think you'll find my skills quite valuable on this most unexpected expedition.
What is your role here?
I've been tasked with facilitating this lost art form you've rediscovered. Scribing. How novel. As I understand it, you will be contacting and convincing these luminary creatures.
Luminaries.
Empowering the altar and all that.
Remember earlier I couldn't remember. They're called luminaries. How will you facilitate scribing?
I'll scour the complex for grimoires and scripts. I've already found quite a few. Aided, perhaps, by that... what's his name? Indrik chap. I've never been led by a faun to a trove of ancient secrets before, but it was an exciting experience.
Thanks, Chronicler.
Don't worry, I will do my very, very best to ensure I have what you're looking for. I take my role as chronicler for this expedition quite seriously.
I have a few questions for you.
But of course you do. Ask away, my new friend. Happy to help in any way I can.
The Indrik helped you find supplies?
I believe so, yes. I have a good imagination. You can ask anyone. But I can think of few other reasons for an Indrik faun to be traipsing about the depths of an ancient library carved from a Somerset island.
I wonder if the other luminaries will help you find scripts and grimoires.
I most certainly hope so. This place is massive, and any assistance they might put forward would be deeply appreciated. You can tell them that Chronicler Ferrandil said so when you speak to them.
What does a chronicler do exactly?
In the Great Mages Guild hierarchy, it's a bit of an informal title. It's passed around by a few adepts, like myself, with a penchant for the identification and illumination of ancient secrets.
You're selling things, though. Is chronicler a fancy title for a clerk?
Isn't it beautiful down here? Just exquisite chisel work on the walls. When the votary here described this place, well, I just had to come along. And I'm so very glad I did.
It's good to be back. I know it took some time to get us all down here. Apologies. Archmage Galarian and the Votary Commander needed significant convincing to turn this into a full-fledged expedition. How did it go with the Crow?
I met my first luminary, the Indrik, and he lent his strength to the altar.
You just continue to impress again and again. With the luminary's strength added to the altar, who knows what you'll be able to accomplish? As you might imagine, guild leadership is very interested in the art of scribing.
Does that mean you'll be staying here in the Scholarium?
For the duration. You have more luminaries to find. This complex needs to be explored, and the secrets of scribing are just waiting to be teased from the past. What about you, friend? This expedition would be nothing without you.
I'm committed, Nalia. Let's get to it. Wow.
Magnus be praised. We've secured supplies for a full-fledged expedition. You've allied with your first luminary, and the altar surges with new power. Not bad for a day's work.
Wow, this looks like a significant upgrade.
What happens next is up to you, be it griffin, netch, or dragon. We've gathered their fables in the main hall. If you have any questions, let me know. Except for what's beyond the unmarked door.
We don't know what's beyond the unmarked door?
We do not. Julian and I have already begun speculating based on some early hints. Our best guess? It's Ulfsild's private study. But I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Have you asked the crow?
I did, and she was a bit cryptic. I mean, especially cryptic. Sometimes it's hard to tell with a magical talking crow, but she seemed like she didn't want to talk about it.
Can we talk more about the Chronicler?
You mean Ferandil? I reached out to him while I was waiting for the Votary Commander to decide what she wanted me to do. I've worked with him in the past, and he's unusual, but he's the best at what he does.
He's going to be selling the things we find here?
Absolutely. We're relying on him to help us understand what's useful, what's valuable, and what's just scrap paper. He told me the altar is already vibrating along his transmutational axis. I have no idea what that means, but I think it's good.
What does he do?
Ferandil has this way of getting his hands on things you wouldn't expect. Like, he's got a sixth sense about ancient relics and magic. Basically, he's a treasure hunter and merchant, but he's extremely reliable.
Okay. Upgrade has been updated with the sigil of the Luminary Indrik collectible. Okay. Cool. So, what's this? Sigil of the Indrik analysis. Here now, adventurer. Votary Nalia has asked me to try to describe just exactly what the power granted to you by the Luminaries entails. I am new to the Scholarium, but rest assured I will bring the whole of my magical insights to bear on this subject. The great power of the Indrik, it seems, have set up harmonic reverberations across Tamriel. Long dormant ley lines, much like the ones in the Scholarium itself, are waking. Further research is required, but the immediate effect, I believe, will allow you to see scripts and luminous ink for what they are, portents of future power, rather than merely scraps of paper or dull and lifeless writing materials. Certainly, as well, the little fawn led me to a cache of scripts here in the Scholarium. Most exciting! I'll continue to search for more as you engage with the Luminaries further. And of course, I will attempt to keep you updated on what discoveries I make. Good luck! Okay, so...
Ancient stinks like dusty tomes. The Scholarium is my favorite kind of work environment. Who knows what I'll find and sell to you?
Okay, so we can't get these because we don't have the Dragon Luminary's blessing. But we can take this one. Wow, there's so many. They're expensive. I don't know what they do. But let's go to... I mean, we're supposed to go to the altar, right? So there should be a way to get to an altar. Okay. Fable of the Dragon. Captain's Log of the Intrepid Gwar. Okay, so these books start new quests. I'm going to leave that alone for now. So there's the dragon, the fetch, Ulfsild's Log, the Indrik. Okay, I'm not going to read this. I'm just not interested. Here, if you want to pause it. Pages 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5. If you want to pause it and read the book, you can do so. Am I really done here? I mean, what did I accomplish? So... God, how does this work? Used to learn the affix script resolve. Well, where is the altar? See, I don't know where the altar is. This is the altar, maybe? No, that's the Indrik. That's the path, the wings of the Indrik. Yeah, I don't know how this works. I mean, shouldn't I get a tutorial telling me how it works? Captain's log of the Intrepid Gwar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is so frustrating. I do not know how to scribe, how to create a new scribe. You need an altar. Is this the altar? How to scribe. A short guide written on my final day in the Scholarium. An encapsulation of years of work for you. Select the grimoire you wish to make your own. The grimoires I've left behind cover a wide array of scenarios and magical applications. I hope you find one to your liking. Think of each grimoire as a framework. They are pure opportunity, ready for you to adapt to your needs. In time, perhaps, others will learn from my techniques and other grimoires might be created. I smile to think of my work living on. Define the focus of your scribing by choosing one of those scripts. I call them focus scripts because they define what a scribe skill truly is. Fire or frost, heal or harm. What will your scribing do? I've always associated the focus scripts with the griffin. So directed, so sure of himself and his actions. Every skill must have a signature element. Signature seemed the perfect word for these elements, as these magical components make your scribed works memorable. I've discovered so many ways to allow scribing to interact with the goals and magics of other disciplines, other schools of thought. I collaborated with the dragon heavily on these works. Her keen mind, the perfect sounding board for these complicated ideas. It was, indeed, the dragon's idea to concept out scripts that might adapt to the fighting and magical styles of a person holding the parchment. We were never able to fully develop this script in my time, but perhaps one day. Finalize the skill by applying affix benefit of your choosing. Every time I scribed a new spell, I found that there was this leftover space in the structure. These simple mystical additions were suggested by the Netch, a way to add a little something to fill that empty spot. Affixes are a way for you to nudge your work in a direction that best suits you or your allies. So many directions you might take them. Use luminous ink to craft your newly scribed skill. Created in collaboration with the Netch, the ink I use in scribing is merely a substrate to the power vested through the altar. It's meant as a kind of binding agent, a way to draw raw magicka, thought, and intent together upon the page. Other notes. Once you've scribed a skill or spell, you can always try scribing anew from your existing grimoire. Endless variation has always been part of my intent, provided you have the ink, of course. Not every script will apply to every grimoire, but this is a wonderful place to play, experiment, and discover. To me, that's part of the true magic of scribing. If you'll excuse some tired humor, all you have to do is build a locus of power, convince creatures of pure magic that you mean well, pour their power into grimoires, which you have to design, and develop luminous ink you'll need to complete your creation. Easy! I hope that all the work I put into scribing is not lost to time. Good luck, whoever follows in my footsteps, and may the crow be your guide. Okay, but how? There's the scribing altar. Okay, if I use it... the only grimoire I have is Wield Soul. What is this? Archive. Okay, that doesn't work right now. So I have the Wield Soul grimoire, but I have no... Oh. Okay. Can I change this? No, this is not doing anything. Okay. Looks like I have no ink either. So what if I go and talk to him now? Nope, I'm not going that way. This way. Let's go see if I can buy...
Apologies for my poor demeanor.
Can I buy a new grimoire? Okay, elemental explosion. Alright, we've got Mender's Bond. Smash. Torchbearer. Trample. That sounds interesting. Traveling Knife. Ulfseal's Contingency. Grimoire Vault. I'm going to start with Elemental Explosion. Okay, so now I need...
If you're looking for something and don't...
All he has is grimoires. So I need ink, right? I don't think this is going to work. Looks like I still don't have what I need. Why am I only showing... Oh, maybe I need to activate it? There we go. Okay. So I've only got... I've got no affix scripts. But I do have magic damage and lingering torment. Okay, so... And I do have 2 ink. Looks like I still can't use it because I don't have an affix. So what about these? Now what happens? Now I've got just magic damage, lingering torment, and then off balance. That's all that I've got. The other ones must be for other grimoires. Would you like to go to the skills menu to assign your newly scribed skill? Yes. Oh, it's an entirely new skill? Is that right? Okay. Okay. Let's try this. Oh my god, that is awesome. Wow, alright, it looks cool. I don't know how much damage it does, but I'm certainly impressed with its aesthetics. Alright, let's see what I've got next. Where's the main story? Seeds of Suspicion. I need to go to Vashabar. Vashabar is way over there. What is this? Find Fallen Knives? What is this? Faded Scarlets. Alright, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to stick with Seeds of Suspicion. So I'm going to need to go to Ostermere Way Shrine and then go west. I rode right past the Way Shrine, but there's another one out here.
Perhaps we can complete a writ or two on our downtime.
I was looking at this one instead of the other one that was closer. Wanted to check and see if there was a Miramore incursion up, but there isn't. I wonder what this is. Illusory mushrooms. I might stop and go do this. Oh no, it's a world boss. And I need to come from this area. Okay, so maybe I'll do it when I get up there. Maybe there will be some other people fighting the world boss. We'll see. Here's a sky shard. That I'm definitely going to want to get. I'm going to get up there.
Can't take a portal?
And here is a set station. See what kind of gear we can craft here. Singer's Outpost. This is the Theriker Strike set. See what it does. Ooh, lots of weapon and spell damage. And it's for a heavy attack build. Okay. So it's all Theriker Strike. I wonder how many, what you need to be able to do it. Usually it's a certain amount of traits you have to have. Oh well, this character can't craft it, but my main character could probably craft it. It's a beautiful jungle. If it wasn't for the giant mosquitoes.
done here.
Agreed, you arse.
Here for his bones. Fine. Real rotten ruin of all the days. I'm sorry you had to see that, Traveler. Our family drama is a poor welcome to Vashabar. Those two old timber pigs were our fathers. My beloved Clendigor and I simply can't get them to see reason.
See reason about what?
We want to be married, and our fathers, trees take them, won't hear of it. You just saw the backside of an argument we've had many times. This was the last. Clen and I are going to leave. Start a new life. Can I ask a favor? I have coin.
What's the favor? And why won't your fathers let you wed?
They don't see eye to eye on anything. It's like they want to grind each other into bone meal. Long story. If you're inclined, find my Agawen Cyril and tell her we're leaving. We need supplies, and she might be willing to help us.
I can do that. I'll find Agawin Cyril and let her know your plans.
Cyril's my aunt. She owns the beer garden at the center of town. You can't miss her. Ifray, the singer himself, must have sent you. Thank you, Traveler.
You said your fathers want to grind each other into bone meal?
I'm slightly exaggerating. But while the language of my people is expressive and beautiful, we have no word for fundamentally disagree with to the point of violence.
What do they disagree on?
My father's a Green Speaker and devout follower of the Green Pact. Clendigor's father is an important envoy for King Nantharian's Dawnway. If they weren't so worried about appearances, they'd have punched each other in the bits by now.
They don't approve of your marriage because of their views?
They hated our match long before we crossed the River Strid and Vashabar was grown. But the last few months have been tense to the point of breaking. We tried one last blighted time to convince them, as you saw, and failed spectacularly, damn it.
Why can't you just get married? Ignore what your fathers think.
Oh, what a brilliant idea! Sorry. Perhaps where you're from that's an option, but not for us. Without the blessing of our fathers, not a soul in Vashabar would accept our union. That's just how we are.
You don't have anyone else who could bless your wedding?
We've plenty of family friends, but no one like that. Oaken Burl. Clen and I both lost our mothers when we were young. It's one of the things that drew us together. We need our fathers to consent. Or we need to leave.
Can you tell me about Vashabar?
It's our newly grown home. We're a clan of wood elves, originally from Valenwood. We follow the Green Pact, but a number of us support the Dawnway as well. We crossed the River Strid when the forest of Valenwood extended into West Weald.
You said Valen would cross the river?
Depends who you ask. Some believe the Green grew the forest and led us here to establish Vashabar. Those who follow the Dawnway see it as a sign we were meant to reclaim the land of our ancestors, provided you believe we're descended from Aeliads.
You said your families hate each other?
I'm slightly exaggerating. But
Oh,
while
I've already...
my father's a Green Speaker.
What's a Green
and devout
Speaker?
follower of the magic weavers that speak to the Green. We shape the living wood that make up our homes. It's an ancient art form, and I'm proud to carry on the tradition. Vashabar would never have grown without my father and his magic. Obstinate old Ash.
The village is called Vashabar, you said. Can you tell me about it?
It's our newly grown home. We're a clan of wood elves, originally from Valenwood. We follow the Green Pact, but a number of us support the Dawnway as well. We crossed the River Strid when the forest of Valenwood extended into West Weald.
What was that name you called your aunt? Agawin?
It's a family nickname for my Aunt Cyril. Agawen means something like wise woman. I think it's an old joke between her and my father. In kinder times, he encouraged us to appreciate our culture and use our language.
How do you feel about the Green Pact?
Most days, proud, actually. I'm training to be a Green Speaker myself, following along the leaf trail of my father and his father before him. Obstinate old grat oak that he is. I love him, damn it. I just wish he'd listen to me.
I understand. Alright, we've got to get this way shrine first before we do anything else. And I think I'm actually going to stop it right here, and we'll just pick up at the beginning of this quest in the next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.